So what's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing alternate future of the world again, part 3. Thank you for the support on this channel. This is one of the best series ever. Hold up. This is one of the best series ever for me, and it will mean a lot to you subscribe. So thanks. I think there's a little in here, but I don't have the colors. So, what are we going to do today? To start off the video, Turkey declares war, or Turkey declares war on Turkey declares war on Syria. This activates the axis of resistance. By the way, at this timeline, Turkey breaks away from NATO and forms an alliance with Azerbaijan, and yeah. So let's start off. Oh yeah, also Lebanon. So Turkey, not feeling like Iran would join the war, at first gets pushed back. And Azerbaijan, also with no help from Turkey, gets pushed back. Iranian, Lebanese, and Syrian troops push back the Turkish army. The Turks. But while the Turkish army slightly pushes back the Persian army, the Turkish forces are getting pushed out in mass and soon actually get completely pushed out. Following this, the Kurds break away. And it's not looking too good for Turkey. With help from the Kurdish army, the Syrians push all the way to Ramazan. Armenia joins the war on the blue team. and soon capitulate Azerbaijan. Now the Turks are only left with this. Are left with about mainland. So they introduce a new law of conscription and pushes back some of the Armenians a little. And liberates parts of Azerbaijan. They do a couple more offensives, but they are running out of resources. The Armenian forces kick out it with Russian supplies, and Azerbaijan in circle falls. The Syrian army goes down the Silesian coast, something like that. And is pushing further into Turkish territories. Turkish troops move and has a new operation to cut off these forces, which are the forces right over here, but fails to gain ground when Iranian troops come through. Back west here, the Turks are pushed back, and Turkey with that surrenders. Now it's time to draw up a peace treaty. So, let's start off with parts of Western Turkey going to Iran. The exclave of Azerbaijan going to Armenia, and some more lands some more lands south of Azerbaijan going to Iran. There's a new Kurdish Free State. Some border adjustments are to be dealt with. Some border adjustments with Syria, and Turkey has to pay war reparations. So, yeah, there's a whole new decline of Turkey. Let's actually do an alliance map. Green's gonna be CSTO. Kill this. And blue's going to be NATO. What is all of this? Actually, I'll just tell you when a member of these when this alliance is activated. So, back in the United States. The Republican candidate, I don't know what candidate won. I don't know a Republican candidate that would have won. That won the elections, and then this made the U.S. go into a civil war. Where the Southern Democrats are rising up against the Northern Republicans. To start off, the Democrat forces go up and try to take Washington, D.C., which is about here, I believe. Trying to encircle Washington, D.C., which is about here. While Republican forces go down. Thank you. By the way, I don't know how this is going to go, but I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet. But if your team loses, I'm not meant to I'm not trying to go against you. It's just saying that there's a lot of interest. Which side I think is more powerful? The Californians are mostly in. The Californians are mostly in the East Coast, where most of the industry is. So the United States easily cuts off around half of the Californian coast people that are on the forces that are on the western most point. Each state in the, I guess, Neo-Confederacy, something like that, has their own army, so that helps with morale and stability. And then the Californian government is starting to conscript men, not wanting to be not trying to their homeland to fall. The Reds are kicked out there, while they do another campaign around here. They do one large encirclement into more. They did one large encirclement encircling 150,000 blue. The Republic forces, got the Republic for the rest of the Republic. Some more Republic forces. Comes and starts to beat the Democrat forces. So now going to the East Coast, or the West Coast, the Republican forces are slowly getting overrun. The new conscription law gave a lot more manpower to the Californians. To the Democrat Californians. The Republicans decide to use this to their advantage and encircle. Some are escaped. Some armies make it hard, but overall, the Republicans encircled us. But so this was 250,000 Democrats encircle. Californian Democrats encircle. I don't really know what to call them. And they do a spearhead campaign to Sacramento, which lays around here. They finally end the spearhead with an encirclement. The Democrat forces are trying to encircle the encircling army, but the morale of the conscripted army is failing, and huge riots from the Republicans of California began. They connect with the rest of the Republican army, which supplies them and supports them, and Sacramento is captured. And in 2 years and in a couple months, the Californian Democratic president will be under trial. But what's not going too well for the Republicans and going well for the Democrats is up here. So, most of the industry of the United States lies on the East Coast, but if this area is cut off, that means only this area could supply them. The Californians capitulate after that, but the Neo-Confederacy sweeps into to occupy more territories. But it's not enough, and the Confederates are getting pushed back. What's better for the Confederates is also getting right over here, but the advance comes to a grinding halt over here. So, battling occurs where the Confederates try to reach the Lake Huron, but That's like Iran. But are stopped in their tracks when the Republican Army comes. This is a majority of the East Coast Army. But down south, it's not going too good for the Republicans. The Civil War is exhausting the population of both sides. And major Democrats decide that they don't want to be the aggressors in the war and break away to become for the Republican side. Such as, I do not know my state geography good. Well, so the Republicans and the Democrats are now wasting their morale. In NATO, there's a new problem. Spain and Portugal declare war, and Britain declare war on the Republicans because they are part of NATO and they are Democrat. This leads to a chain of events which NATO breaks into a civil war. Actually, no, Britain's this. Mamma Mia Land becomes increasingly democratic, leading to the now the northern countries don't want to really choose a side. So this is certainly a turn of events. So I think that's where I'm gonna end it there. We've already been recording for 23 minutes, and if you want to see who wins the NATO Civil War, the Republicans or the Democrats, stay tuned onto the video. And bye.